A lead advisor to Nicola Sturgeon has opened up on the issues facing Scotland if the country was to become independent. Economist and SNP advisor Andrew Wilson, who serves as chairman of the SNP Growth Commission, predicted Scotland could be independent by 2026. However, speaking today, Mr. Wilson raised concerns about the prospect of a new Scottish currency, warning it shouldn't be brought in too quickly. At last year's party conference, the SNP voted to replace the pound with a separate Scottish currency as soon as practicable. However, this went against the wishes of leader Nicola Sturgeon, who said she wanted a more gradual transition to a new currency. This meant the SNP's official policy was to replace sterling with a new Scottish currency after independence. The decision at the conference last year is a major change to the party's stance in the 2014 independence referendum. At the time, First Minister of Scotland Alex Salmond said an independent Scotland would continue to use the pound in a formal UK-wide currency union. Mr. Wilson, who wrote the SNP's economic blueprint for independence before coronavirus, said, "We're not imaging ourselves into a position of where we would like to be in 10 years, we're dealing with the transition and what that could do to people's jobs and the risk of people moving their money out of the country. We've big integration with the rest of the UK, mortgages, pensions, wages. So if you were to say right from day one that we've our own currency, then you don't know what's going to happen to your pay, your pension. It's risky towards the economy and also politically risky because people would be uncertain and we'd spend the whole referendum campaign talking about what would happen to mortgages and pensions, and therefore having a referendum on what would happen in the first few weeks rather than over the next 25 years. Mr. Wilson stressed in the interview with the Herald on Sunday that moving to a Scottish pound seemed like a minority pursuit in terms of polling opinion. He stressed rushing into a new currency would be short-term risky, politically difficult, and it would make the cost of government borrowing more expensive. Headed, "Why rush your fence? Except that we don't have monetary sovereignty for the first period after independence.